solid, like doesn't have like that much kill angle from side. So as long as they hold this advantage, I think Doom will be very scary factor this game. I'll probably go with Navi for me.
Yeah, me too.
How do you guys feel about this? All right, actually, no, we're just going to head into game number 1 here between Navi and OG. It's blue versus red here. Who's going to come out on top? The guys who will guide you through this all will be OD Pixel.
Catch us if you can. You have learned nothing.
No, that's...
Prepare for battle.
Oh boy, beast bomb.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, OG versus Navi, game 1 just about to go. I'm OD Pixel here with Fog. Fog, how you doing?
I'm good. It's another dreary morning over here in New York, and it looks terrible outside as there's clouds and there's no sun peeping through, but at least we get the nice, brilliant game of these two teams together.
Absolutely, yes. There's some exciting stuff hopefully going to be kicking off in this game between OG and Navi, and it's already starting here. Seb, he's walked up into a trap. Navi, they're waiting. They're on the high ground, and Seb, he loses his life. Navi, they'll get first blood for Roger off the back of that.
And hopefully my mic does not explode and burst anyone's ears out every time I get excited when someone walks to a high ground and dies.
So far, all good. You haven't blown my ears off yet.
Just yet. Nice setup there.
There's always later. Yeah.
Yep. I like how they did this immediately. You see the wards from Navi, so they're trying to protect the mid and that bottom side just because it's this Mirana that we've seen from Soxley. Although I do agree with what Kyo was saying, how I think it's going to be more of a laning Mirana. This covers the rotations if there are any, as no tail.
Nah, he's
also
trying to validate. I mean, Roger, he's going to run this down and probably drop another stun on it if he wants to.
He's too tanky.
All right, he'll let him be. No tail's going to be able to walk off. But all kicking off already around these rune spawns. Now, as we do see at the end of it all, OG will manage to claim 3 of the bounty runes. Start this one up. But yeah, let's talk about the drafts. I mean, what would you sort of make of what we've got coming out this game?
I feel like OG really doubled down on just having lane dominance and lane prowess. While I feel like Navi, they just drafted themselves a nice, well-rounded lineup. I feel like they have great team fight and everything in between. I see a couple things lacking about some damage inside the team fights if they don't get off the ball, if they don't get started nicely. But yeah, I like Navi's overall draft. I think OG's going to smash the lanes though. Really like this bottom matchup. I think V2's going to struggle.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
See how much of a game, because this is the thing as well for Navi's heroes. I mean, I guess same to be said for both, but for Navi, they're definitely on heroes that I feel that we have been seeing them win with, right? You look to things, the Iceberg mid Doom, which has pretty much become sort of the signature mid pick for this Navi squad. They love it, you know, pretty much go for it every time they can get it. V2's lifesteal as well has been sort of a lifestealer player that has won games that haven't looked very lifestealer favor. Bottom lane though, does continue to get harder.
Yeah, I was going to say it's such a hard game to actually play lifestealer, and I think this Tusk pick actually just ruins the hero overall. And you're playing versus Void. It's a hard game for V2, and I think it's going to just start out being extremely difficult for him. But mid, I think Thompson is going to... I don't think he's going to like struggle so much, but he can't actually slow down Iceberg at all.
No, Iceberg's going to almost certainly be at the top of the net worth and continue to go. Considering, you know, if there's not a lot of rotations coming in to slow him down early, yeah, Iceberg's farm is going to be impressive as always. You would imagine, as this Riki alone in the mid is not going to do anything crazy against him in the laning stage.
Yeah, but that being said too, is that Iceberg, he can't really slow down Thompson, so Thompson's going to have this kind of free farming thing, and I see some squishy heroes. I also see Smokescreen being extremely valuable. You're playing versus Lifestealer. Lifestealer, Lina Disruptor, these 3 heroes are going to be the main focus of Thompson throughout the game.
And to be fair, that is also one of the ways I feel that we have seen the Navi Iceberg mid Doom get beaten. It's when you do have this mid laner that's going to be active around the map, making those aggressive movements at a time where Iceberg, he's still going to be focused about sitting on this mid lane and eating on the neutral creeps without any sort of ability to turn up yet with the phase drums and turn those ganks around.
Yeah, and his are pretty, you know, obvious. It's like, for the majority of the game, Iceberg's just going to walk in and get these Dooms off. And they have a lot of different ways, I feel like, on OG to play around it. They have like the time walks there, you know, if they're in the right positions. They have the instant jump from the Riki. They have snowball. Lots of different ways to save people too. As bottom again. Meanwhile, top also is happening.
Side's actually getting gone on here. As always, Wanna Fly goes down another time on the bottom. Top lane, they did try and move in with the bashes. able to step away in time. Not able to quite finish off a kill. Still though, this bottom lane, 2 kills already on the off-lane Tusk from Seb. It's up to a very, very good start for them. V-Tune having to use that rage to just sort of fight back against the tag team. On. Still managing to farm though, V-Tune. Yeah. Pretty much seeing it was only Seb that's a few CS behind, but he'll take that because of the kills that he's found. Overall, elsewhere, everybody's getting farmed. Nobody's getting totally bullied out this laning stage. Top lane though, mid one, he's gone for a bit of a walk in the jungle. Trying to chase down Roger.
Wow, he's
his way back towards the lane, but took quite a little bit of a walk there.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an interesting positioning there for sure. Bottom, we're actually seeing the rage counteracting the tag every single time. Pretty much the same cooldown on both.
And a courier.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
A little bit more money for V-Tune and the team.
And Navi actually coming out very good in these lanes. V-Tune again, rage as soon as tag team is popped. And he just turns and hits up.
He's playing it smart, V-Tune. As I said, like his life steal, you can tell. I don't know how many games he's gone in, but it's a hell of a lot. Over
nice
by the
play
root
by
spot.
Topson. He blink strikes and then uses the tricks of trade to just get right in front of Iceberg for a second there and take the DD rune from him. I thought Iceberg was going to get it.
A lot of damage here to Iceberg. Iceberg will make it away as he has boots, and alas, Topson does not right now. But still, Iceberg forced out of the lane. Topson be able to have full control here of this mid.
And it's, you know, it's that big level 6 that kicks in where I've been hearing a lot of like the pro players talk about how you just can't last hit versus Riki. As soon as Riki hits 6, you know, you get the agi bonus and everything, the damage. So you actually can't last hit as most of these mid laners. Iceberg,
He's going to have to kill it. Iceberg, and he gets the courier. He does. Can he get the kill though? Iceberg trying with the dukes to score the shows and the salvage there. In fact, Topson, he's going to go down. Iceberg just able to turn it. As Topson, I mean, he felt it. I think we all did. It looked like Topson was going to get away with that, but Iceberg kept it cool. He pops the fairy fire, and suddenly goodbye Topson.
Smack. Now he's all the way up to level 6 and a half. And also bottom does die.
NAVI. Big kills here for both of their cores. The mid lane matchup. Oh, Iceberg taking the solo kill. I think the big thing as well was that you don't expect that to happen for a Doom, especially when he hasn't got the 6. Now he's got the 6. Now he's got the Doom to drop. So Topson's got to be even more careful.
Yeah, you've already given now this Doom who's maxing Devour an increased farming kind of like mechanic because of that too.
Yeah, big stuff there from both of the cores here on NAVI. As V-Tune, yeah, continuing to just play it really cool against this pressure. As you said, this lane could be a lane where the Lifestealer would struggle, but he's not struggling at all. This Lifestealer's farming as good as he'd hoped for.
He's farming way better than the Void is. Void's actually getting pressured quite a lot more from this Lina and this Mars combo, mid one. Not getting that secured farm that he'd like.
Just having to play careful around the 2 stunned.
Tower is under attack.
Time Walk's just not always going to be that solid of a save.
And look at Iceberg.
Oh, he's on the way up. And he's got an Invis. This is going to be huge. Invis Doom ready to strike. Does he know Tell?
They know.
No-Tell ain't the big target. They want mid one. I mean, does he know the mid one?
The scan clipped him, so they should be aware of this positioning.
Okay.
They're going to just back up.
Yeah. He's out of there. Very, very important they play it careful here. Would have been huge for Iceberg if he was able to just make that move and slam down a Doom onto mid one.
Still chilling up here.
Might be
satisfied with No-Tail.
Yeah,
not using Doom though.
They don't need to. They're going to have to burst it by the looks of it, as No-Tail will fall. Not the sort of top kill they wanted, but it's still a kill nonetheless. And I mean, I said, you know, Iceberg, you know, the 2 of them, Topson would be making moves more than Iceberg. That's not the case. Iceberg already getting that active, you know, seeing those chances to do so with the runes. Now he's got the phase drums. 7 minutes in for.
Oh my god. And he's got the Alpha Wolf creep too, so him moving to lane now, this Alpha Wolf aura, everyone's damage is just bumped up so much too.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And I mean, you said, you know, CSing against the level 6 Cloak and Dagger, yeah, the phase drums and the Alpha Wolf, he doesn't care about that.
Sure doesn't.
Good luck stepping up to the wave, Topson. Otherwise, you know, Iceberg's to come up with the huge hits. And again, we're seeing already, you know, this is just something that NAVI is so comfortable with. As top lane, No Tail is going to get
Dire's
clipped
middle
over
tower
towards the
is under
tree here.
attack.
The mid one dropping the chrono. He's going to need a couple of ashes. There's one. He needs another. He's not going to get it. Mid one can't finish off the kill. Light strike rate is off the mark though. Spears up in a second, but mid one, he's away. I mean, he's got to be a little careful still hanging around. It's Roger in general. They're still hunting.
Still has cooldown.
Mid one's going to keep running. No Tail turning with a fire blast to stop Roger from getting in range with the light strike rate onto mid one. Mid one actually stepping back forward. He's stepping back into this. Whoa, he's jumping around. He's trying to dance with him. Here's the backup from Seb. He's over. Snowball in onto Roger over general. They're looking for this Lina kill. Roger's got a light strike around a few seconds. Spear back onto mid one, but Roger will still fall. Seb able to take him down with the tag team hits. Still, that's so a lot of resources. OG's having to pull top, and chrono use and not actually initially getting a kill with that chrono.
Jungle, these two. Saxa setting up some aggressive wards here. He does get Thompson involved too to get a kill. Seb is lingering around mid, but Seb is not level 6 yet. But they might be able to kill out for these body blocks. Thompson.
A little bit of extra time for them, but is it enough? He's very speedy with these phase drums. Straight away, he's out of there. No chance the arrow connecting as he gets himself on the other side of the creeps. Top lane, no Tail. Push back towards the tower. Mid one's got to be careful. Jump away again. Time, Roger and General stepping over, looking for action. General just about to hit the 6. And
you can
then
see that
this top
OG
lane becomes very, very scary place for any of OG to turn up to.
Yeah, and you can see that because of all this, like OG, they're having to do like these bandages. They have to fix things. These lanes went disastrous. Bottom is now ditched. B2 gets a free lane for himself, and they're just looking to make pressure plays. They're actually not playing anyone in the lanes at the moment.
They just really want to slow down Iceberg. They know that this guy's going to be a problem. They're in onto him, but Sebby's just up in the tower. I mean, is that ever going to work? I'm rolling in onto a level 9 Doom with phase drums underneath the tower. I don't think it is fault. It certainly didn't there. Seb's dead, and he's still level 5.
And Saxa, he's being chased around in circles. He actually does a very nice leap to get away. Having these wards down, he has all the vision in the world to play around. Always want to fly. Probably going to get some D wards here, though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, that just seemed like some... Oh, mid lane Thompson. He's able to snipe the Courier General. Moves like that. I mean, why are those sort of moves being made? I mean, now mid lane, Navi's able to come in full force. They're taking this tier 1 tower down to 10 minutes in. Saxa will be able to jump forward, snipe that haste rune away from General. Navi doing the damage here, getting these early objectives. Iceberg and V-Tune, top of the charts right now in net worth, and only going to continue to be that way. As I said, with Iceberg's Doom, he'll get to the top. He's going to stay there. This BKB, it's going to be out in the next few minutes.
Yeah, and there's an armlet on V-Tune as well. They have a huge power spike here. I feel like that's why OG is doing these type of what seems like a very silly move. Like I feel like they're feeling a little desperate after how those lanes went. This Doom, he's gonna get to a point where he's unkillable. He's gonna BKB sub 15 minutes. And this Lifestealer is also incredibly strong, and they can also use this Infest a lot of the time too defensively. And right now I'm seeing OG with a very big lack of damage in their lineup. And the panel did talk about how inside of Chrono, there isn't the damage either there for OG.
Here we go. The fan always want to fly. Shards out, trap him in. Thompson's able to take him out with the tricks of the trade. Yeah, I think sort of the next timing that OG's going to be working towards is that diffuser on the Riki, right? Once that is there for Thompson, he's going to be able to make these moves and start to threaten some of these cores, catching them in the smoke stream with the slow.
Maybe with numbers, they can try something still here. They can
They've got
outnumber easily with arrows.
See what sort of opportunity they can find. General, Arena down, able to push Thompson over to the side. Roger actually turning with a burst. Thompson getting low, but he jumps in. General pushing him out. Thompson's going to go down. The chrono is there, but there's no damage. It's a chrono for nothing, as now OG's got to turn and run. As they've lost Thompson, all they got was Roger. Seb, he's found in the trees, he's trapped in here. As they surround him, burst him down with the Infest. It's a second core kill for Navi. And now Navi's in position to push onto the tower. Always want to, he's got glimpse up. The controls there from the Disruptor. Always want to fly. Brings back No Tail into the hands of Iceberg in general. It's a third kill. Navi, they are starting to steamroll over OG as we're just 12 minutes in, and they're taking another tier 1 tower.
And they bring the numbers so quickly too. They see that OG's starting to bring these vast amount of numbers out, like just completely outnumbering them. They just bring everybody up there, and we're seeing the effect of the lanes really kick in. Thompson can't even kill Roger. Roger just turns and starts fighting him. This gold disparity, only 3k, but it's really starting to show. The damage on OG is just not there at all. It's going to take a hell of a long time for them to even have that too, with these incredibly tanky frontliners of Navi.
See down bottom, mid one is able to find the space to take a tier 1 for themselves.
He needs it. They're going to need some big damage to crush through those frontliners. Lifestealer, Mars, Doom, these three are not squishy boys. And like we said, I feel like OG, you have really lacking damage, so gonna have to wait for the defusal, and they're gonna lose heroes while trying to farm this defusal.
Having to use all those leaps to get out. All right, the glimpse will be able to do so. Thompson sweeping over with the smoke. Maybe see if he can find always want to fly. Has been able to do so a few times. It's kind of the easiest kill. He'll take the courier down.
That's quite a lot of couriers so far, actually. The gold will start to add up from those.
Continue to sweep the map, but still to have this diffuser. Just a poke onto General. General, the dust. Maybe see if he can get the arena, and he can. He's going to turn Thompson's over to the side, but Iceberg's there waiting. The Doom is down. Thompson, he's going to fall here. There's no chance for a deny at all by the looks of it. The final burst comes out from Roger. Thompson, I mean, he just keeps trying to poke at them as the Riki. Whilst he's not finished the defusal, and it's leading him into these situations where Navi, they're just turning and killing him.
He poked the bear. Bear was prepared with the dust. Quick, easy kill. He's just trying to make space for mid one to try to get some farm. I think they're feeling very, very worried on the side of OG. When I see those type of moves from Thompson, and you see Navi, they're prepared for it. All these sentries placed in the area, they know that, you know, Thompson's going to play them even if he's not Riki.
They're hunting for mid one. Are they able to find him? A fly.
Vision.
Not the vision quite yet. Into the trees he steps. Gonna hunt for him, always want to fly. No, he's starting to back away. They know that TP reaction's coming in from OG in mid one. He has got the chrono good to go. So Navi on the retreat. There's the quick glimpse. Mid one. Oh, okay, interesting decision. I mean, it will get them the kill.
Okay.
But it is just the disruptor. Of course, everybody else is out of there. I guess, as you say, just desperate for any sort of action. They'll take what they can get. Saxa stepping up into this. Stepping up with the Ember's Room. He's going to be able to land the stun on the mid-one. Mid-one's walked straight to this. Have they got enough damage? They don't. Mid-one's able to time walk down to the left ground. V2 swooping across from the side. OG very grouped up right now, but there's no chrono. Light track away onto No-Tail. The Iceberg just committing onto mid-one with these big hits, forcing him to time walk away. V2 turns to No-Tail, takes down the Ogre. Over towards Saxa they go. He's got one final leap to break himself away. The spear off mark. Saxa will escape. And also Iceberg wasn't quite able to finish off mid-one, so OG will get out of there.
Navi's just bringing all the numbers every time. They're bringing the fight. They're like, OG, you want to bring the fight to us? We'll bring it right back. They know how strong they are. That BKB showing OG.
Well, OG still
trying to punch back.
Yeah, Thompson looking for opportunities to the static storm instantly down. No field though, so they can step out of it straight away. V2 turning over towards Saxa, trapped in the arena. Saxa will fall. Iceberg charging in onto mid-one. Mid-one, he's got time walk up in a second. Is he going to be able to get it off? He's turning with a bastion, but the spear into the shards. Combo play there from Navi. Shuts down mid-one. And now Navi, they might even find Seb or Thompson who too. But Seb, he's got the snowball over towards the Ancients. Now we're breaking far enough away for them to leave.
Trying to think about going back in if they overchased, but they do reset nicely on Navi and get themselves some pretty big kills there. Nice spear play there on the Tusk Shards. And V2, and he's the big winner out of all. He got himself, what, 3 kills? And that was them, OG with the chrono leading, trying to get these type of kills. They just walk into the trap. Navi, they're not hesitating to just bring the forces and bring the battle back. I love when I see teams just battle back. Especially when you're playing versus OG, you know the way they play. So you know if you just respond with these battles, you'll come out ahead if you are already ahead in the first place. Already up to 5k gold lead now, 5k experience lead too.
Thompson, ahead with the sentry wards. I don't think he quite stepped in range with that one there though. If he comes sweeping across though again, very careful about how he plays around this area. Those are likely to be set up.
He's just sitting on top of General. So Seb knows he can play kind of aggressively down here. As soon as he sees the move,
start poking. He just instantly pops the BKB, charges in. Dust is out. Thompson able to jump out to the side before Iceberg's able to grab him with the Doom. So Thompson will escape. Seb might not be as lucky though, as the vision's still there with the dust upon him. Glimpsed immediately back into the static storm. They'll find Seb. No-Tail and Thompson still watching from the side here. A little bit of time remaining on the Moonlight Shadow.
Walking down toward the area here. And they know there's no BKB on Iceberg. They see V2
They're
isolated.
going to try and burst V2. Are they able to do so? He's stepping out of the smoke screen. Doom still ready to pop. He'll turn towards mid-one. Mid-one jumping away. Iceberg can't quite get the Doom off onto Thompson. He's into the shadows once more. Always want to fly. Reclaiming sentry control around this point.
Decent moves from OG there. All things considered, they get General punished. General getting slowed down quite a bit there, going for his Yule Scepter. And they're forcing all these reactions bottom. Like Roger was top, he TP'd up there, and he had to run all the way bottom because of how aggressive OG is playing down here. Even though they're at such a deficit, they're still putting that pressure onto Navi. But Navi's still farming. Iceberg and V2 still very big. Do we have any force staffs being built up on the side of Navi? This is something I'm always looking at when you're playing versus the Riki. They have
Not at the moment.
No, Lena's going to be going for one, but it's going to take some time. The smoke screen could be something that really punishes them if they're not prepared for it, because they're starting to get split up a little bit. I'm seeing that Mars general playing, just sitting behind people to protect them, and his farm is starting to suffer because of it. Bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower
Saxa
is
general.
under attack.
He's hunting for Nodetail. Nodetail's in it. Nodetail caught by the opening from Roger. Into the spear he goes, and Nodetail will fall. Thompson, he's heading out of it. And he'll make it away before Navi searches any deeper.
And that will pretty much be the Yule's kind of done there for General. So they're lacking some slight initiation in some of these situations. Now, with that, they'll have not only that, but also the Blink Dagger on Iceberg. So two different forms of very nice initiation.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing already the catch from Navi has been very impressive. Now it's going to be even greater. I mean, just sort of always want to fly alone on the Disruptor. We have seen it before, we're seeing it again. Just, it's very hard to run from them. You know, already in this game where there's so much fighting going on, each and every time that the way that OG disengages has to be done so smartly. Otherwise, always want to fly, he's just going to be able to set up for another kill for the side of Navi.
Yeah. These two do have to be very aware of their position. Roger always want to fly.
They're going to blink in. He's able to blink. Dodge the chrono. The chrono is still down, but the arena's in play as well as the spear. Mid-one's caught in the missing build. He cannot find always want to fly. Always want to fly to be healed up by the Infest. Pichu comes in with the save. They take out Mid-one. They take out Seb 2. There's OG. They're trying to run, but there's that grab we're talking about. The glimpse brings Nodetail back in. Navi with some fantastic plays there. Quick moves from Iceberg means that he's not caught in the chrono. Having General around, he just drops the arena and the spear, and suddenly it becomes such an awkward place for OG to fight into. And on top of it all, V-Tune with these Infest heals. We've seen it before. One of the reasons why Lifestealer is rising in popularity, the amount of burst heal for potential save is insane.
It really is. And we've seen that so much this tournament too. I feel like more than any other one, how much people are actually using it. And yeah, a great read. Navi, that was a perfect smoke for them to set up for that. That's why it all happens. The Doom actually comes out right after when he uses Mask of Madness too, so it actually dispels the Mask of Madness effect, so he just 0 damage in the entirety of it.
Very impressive stuff continues here from Navi. 8k lead, got the Aegis, and just Iceberg and V-Tune. I mean, these two are just so farmed right now, and they're doing so much with it. It's neither of these are AFK players on AFK heroes. They are in the action. They've got exactly the right items for it, and they're yet to be punished. But V-Tune's 506, Iceberg is 409. OG have not been able to kill them at all so far this game.
Nope. And look at this immediately, Navi. They're gonna smoke again. They're gonna look for another play that they can make. No Chronosphere available. They know how much. I mean, they're so much stronger even without their ults, but they have the Mars ult anyway now. And they're swooping in. They have vision of this here.
Go the setup. Yours to begin things. Static Storm down as well. Straight into the arena wall. They got the damage though. To Glimmer like it. Mid-one's going to be fine. Tries to turn, but now Iceberg and V-Tune are turning up. They'll move over to Roger, but Roger with the Ghost Scepter, he's able to live. Mid-one is taking usage from V-Tune as V-Tune takes him out. Roger falling low will go down. The buyback comes out straight away from Always Want to Fly as Navi. They want to chase with that buyback from Always Want to Fly. He's able to get him with the glimpse onto Seb. Seb counteracts him with the snowball over towards General. General pushes away Saxa. Jumping from V-Tune keeps him healed up, and V-Tune can beat down on Seb whilst he spears the cliff by General, and the chase is still on from Iceberg. He's running down Saxa. Saxa using the Glimmer Cape to try and get away as well, but Saxa with the tubes, he's into the trees, but the ward dropped down from Always Want to Fly. It allows him to glimpse back to Saxa into the Thunder Strike. Navi kill off the 4 with Always Want to Fly's buyback, securing them at least 2 of those kills that could have slipped away after it.
Another phenomenal smoke by Navi, just swooping through their jungle. They see one hero, they make the move, they get the catch, and OG, they have to kill, they expend like almost everything just to kill Roger. He actually almost ends up surviving during all of it too. And then we see another beautiful Infest, of course. These Infests really are making the difference, saving General again. But yeah, OG heavily on the back foot.
Dire's structures.
Some of these levels as well, you know, well now this stage V-Tune level 17 already.
Yeah.
Sort of compare that to the OG. Look at mid-one. The duel's trying to get Doom straight up. And Iceberg, he's just going to commit the PK. He run him down. He's goes back into life right away. I mean, Iceberg was just able to walk up and doom it. And with the arena and static storm, they might even get more from this. Saxon's trying to step away with the leaps. He will make it out of there. No Tail turns with the fire blast on towards one fly. Iceberg, he's still hunting for Saxa. In he goes with the blink. The dust is still on Saxa, so Iceberg can finish him off. Light strike down onto No Tail in the mid. The General Spear takes his life. 24-12. Na'Vi ferocious here in game one. And it seems like OG, they're barely even awake.
Hey, look at Navi. They see even one more to accept. You're trying to hide. Nope. All right, you'll still always want to fly, but Roger applauses that.
Dire's middle tower is under
Phenomenal stuff here from Na'Vi so far. OG certainly looking a bit lost in this game one.
And Navi came to play. From moment zero, when they got that first blood with 5 heroes, no messing around today, it seems, from Navi. Some fantastic movement all game here. 25-13. Pretty much 0 mistakes I've really seen from Navi. They're just leading the charges and reading all the moves.
Heroes. Thompson, he's showing in this lane. They're able to close in on him. He's going to try and jump out to the side. General's hunting. Thompson. Oh, he's going to make it out. He's going to make it out there. Does manage to find a little corner that's off the mark of the spear, and Thompson will live to see another day.
And Midwin will be very happy with that space as he's finally able to get a chrono and a kill for himself. His first kill of the game on Void.
top tower is under attack.
His game's not going to get any easier. Look at some of these items flying out. Iceberg, 100 gold, Shiva's guard's done. And just sort of in any situation, if he's popping that off and with the team, Mid-1 alone is hardly going to be able to tickle some of these tankier heroes on Na'Vi in a chrono.
Feels like it'll be the situation like that for most heroes. Like the 3 front line is just way too strong. General is the squishy one. He's still got 22 armor and 1800 HP.
Now we have it. So the 2 big iron pickups for Na'Vi. Shiva's guard on Iceberg. Desolator on V-Tune.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
V-Tune already worth 1,000 gold on top of that. I mean, he's well on his way to investing in the Basher as soon as he picks up that Deso. Trying to pressure the tier 2 top. He for now just much avoiding any action.
No way they can fight. No chrono. Unless they just catch somebody and somehow try to outnumber. There's no way they can take Na'Vi in a head-on fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just got to split a little as much as possible. They still need so much more time. Because like we say, 12-13k gold lead for Na'Vi, but also, as you mentioned, 15,000 experience. They're so much stronger with their heroes.
Radiant's bottom
Iceberg is actually going to TP in. He's in with the BKB and the Shiva's guard. He knows that he can do this. Just jumping onto Mid-1. And they'll look to try and chase down more here. Have they got any further detection on the front lines? They are able to get in with the glimpse on the Saxa. He's out towards the side, but he's still got leaps available. Into the trees. No Tail's been found by Iceberg in general. Clean up a second. I mean, just these again, the plays just don't stop from Na'Vi. A lot of situations for teams, you know, they're losing a tier 2 to 3 heroes. They're just going to let it go. But Na'Vi say you can take the tower, but we are going to take your lives.
Yeah, Iceberg knows how free it really is for him in this game. 8-0-14. He's played it perfect. He's always jumping in, no fear.
But getting on, always want to fly. B-Tune. Saxa, but Saxa away with the glimmer. Look for Seb instead, though. Seb, he's headed in on this one. Laguna down. Iceberg jumps forward as they've managed to slam down Seb with the Infernal Blade. Seb will fall. Off the back of it, General also able to catch and kill Saxa. Jump forward on the mid. Clumsy net set one to Mid-1 spear. Into the tower. General with the catch. Mid-1, he's still got the jump, though, so he'll be okay. Thompson also able to sweep round and snipe down Roger on the side. Mid-1 actually running in on this. He's got a chrono. He's going to find a chance to drop it. Doesn't look like it. 2 members down on OG. Unlikely they'd have the damage anyway, so he'll let Na'Vi step away.
Navi's got to be a little cautious right now. This is where they can hemorrhage some kills here. That's pretty big. Thompson's giving info.
Still trying to hunt deeper, but the sentry's down. Thompson, he's into it. He always want to play. He's able to get the static storm off. Your Scepter up onto Thompson, straight into the spear. Instant reactions there from Always Want to Fly. Coming into the lane, dropping that sentry, because he knows exactly what we're seeing. He knows that Thompson's going to be hunting around for kills like this. And just immediate there with that setup to punish the Riki play.
Yeah, this support plays on point. Thompson always trying to punish, but they're in the mind of Thompson today. It really does feel like that. Navi always seem to know where he is making an aggressive play and immediately react. Again, just always bringing the brawl, bringing the fight. They don't care if OG wants to bring it to them. They'll bring it back even when they don't have the numbers.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
OG heavily on the back foot here. What can they find? As they're all under vision during all of this here too. That ward from Navi from earlier, he's just watching them all.
Just losing this tier 2 tower here, OG. But they have their ults. It's just so often to find onto the side. Iceberg, he's just in.
Under attack.
Straight away onto Notes now. Kelly's going to be able to step out. The Moonlight Shadow used to help him. They'll turn onto Iceberg, but Iceberg's got the BKB. He's also got a Doom available.
Oh, mid one.
Maybe seeing if he can find one of the cores to drop it, but it wasn't the case. Look at the Fire Blast onto General. They're trying to initiate in onto this, but with the infested General. General, he's turning. Arena's down. Doom is onto an illusion. The Chrono's there from mid one. Has he got the damage? He doesn't know who to hit. He'll take the life of always want to fly, but that's all he can do. Now Vision just turns towards him. The clumsy net from General. Locks down mid one. Mid one is gone. Now looking for more. Vision steps over towards Seb. Seb able to get the snowball down to the low ground. Looking towards Iceberg. The arrow flying in as well. They've stunned Iceberg, but they haven't got the damage to kill him. Iceberg's able to step away. Lagoon around to Thompson. It's an ultra kill for Vichun. Iceberg still hunting for Saxa. Saxa, the last man left alive here on OG. As yet again, Navi, they're just rolling them in these fights. OG have nothing.
We're just seeing the tankiness coming in, really. Iceberg, no deaths, even in that fight. He somehow survives. Yeah, just way too tanky at this point. OG, even if they commit everything, even if they get a pretty good chrono, even if Doom misses, too much of a disparity at this point.
This is just insane play from Navi. I mean, they're 3 cores. Yeah,
Yep.
Vichun hasn't died. Iceberg hasn't died. General, he's the offlaner. You know, we can allow death there, and that's all he's had. He's just died the once. So, out of all 3 of their cores, OG's only ever been able to kill one of them once in 29 minutes this game.
Precision play, really, by them. Yeah, I love when you look at that. The deaths, 16 deaths for the 2 supports.
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower.
they've done it perfectly, Navi. Just letting the supports do the dying.
Yeah, Thompson always goes for those squishy backliners as this Riki, and then he just dies. He can't commit onto the other ones.
Got the, is that in fact the completed?
Radiant's
It is.
It is the complete abyssal. Oh my.
I mean, Vichun 19 minutes in.
Oh,
I mean, he's
Saxa.
really, oh, that's a kill. More money.
Okay,
He TP'd in. Oh, he TP'd in on this one. Hey, he's going to be headed straight back in a casket.
Oh, and step 2. Do they have the glimpse vision? They lost it for a second. Do they have the they're trying to get the vision? There we go.
They do. They just don't stop. Navi, kill after kill after kill after kill after kill after kill after kill. 38.
CIS teams with their disruptor, man. It's coming back, this disruptor.
Radiant's curve.
I mean, that is the thing. If you're looking at this score right now in this game 1, and you think if you're another team, you could just sort of emulate this, pick the mid-doom and do anything close to what Navi's being able to pull off. This is clearly the thing they've practiced the most, it feels like. A little bit of illusion bait here from Thompson. Well, it worked, though. They're still onto him, and they've got any detection. Uh-oh. Oh, they have. The glimpse is there. They've caught him. A little bit of an awkward spear, but Thompson's still dead. Navi doesn't. Yeah, and now they'll go for Roche.
Radiant's middle tower.
25k lead. I mean, yeah, just incredible numbers being hit here. 30 minutes in, this sort of a lead, like this is just insane.
Oh, the arrow.
Radiant's middle tower.
They don't have follow-up though. Thompson's still dead. They would want to try with the
He's got a DD. Can he kill Vichun? He's trying, bless him. He really is, but he's doomed. He hasn't got any damage, even with he doesn't need a double damage. He needs a quadrillion damage to do anything against this lineup right now, as they're too far behind OG. Seb, he's thunderstrike. They're running him down. Navi just continuing to clean up. 26k up. It's just not. It doesn't look like it's ever going to get any better here for OG in game 1. As Navi just having all the fun right now.
Held your feet to the fire.
This one is very well and truly over. OG though, no typical fashion, continue trying it out. Trying to fight versus this, but Navi executing to perfection. Love to see it. 43 to 18. 43 kills in 31 minutes too. Like that's when you know the team, they're bringing the fight back, because OG will never stop fighting. Navi just brought the fight every time. It's 61 kills. 32 minutes. Very nice. Very nice.
No, this is definitely out of all the games we've seen so far at ESL 1 Germany, I think one of the most impressive in regards to just individual KDAs. Yeah, of course, across the board, and at this early point of the game as well.
And And I bring up just the drafting in general, right? Like versus Navi. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, 8 games, Doom was banned versus them. And then they got 2 Dooms in a row before that. Doom just always gets taken out versus this team because of Iceberg.
Thompson catch Thompson here.
They really want him.
Hunt's in.
The jam, it sees him.
He's trying his best to juke him, but they've found him. You just can't hide from this NAVI squad. If they want to kill you, they will. They will. There's no negotiating happening here.
Look at them sweeping. Sweeping the
Just as a
triangle.
stop. Over they go, General. Found another. Onto Seb. Seb is relatively tanky. And we'll drop the Static Storm to kill him off. And Seb trying to work his way out of this, but Laguna Blade ensures that he does not. Iceberg also able to find more here as he kills off Saxa. 46-18.
Yeah, why not? He can just throw the Doom out onto anybody with, Quickening Charm and an Octarine. It's only got a 90-second cooldown.
Dire structures are fortified.
OG will have everybody back up in 30 seconds. NAVI, they're going to be able to get a lot done in that time slot here. Tier 3 down. Buyback will come out from Seb. And they catch anyone. Instant glimpse onto Seb. Takes him straight back to the fountain. TP in. Green from Thompson in an attempt to slow things down, but Vici, he's not going anywhere. He's got the Aegis, he's happy to stick around for this. Seb will move him with the punch, but now the arena's out. Seb being pinned to the walls of his barracks by General Spear. This is a dive out from here. Chrono's out, but he's knocked out of his own Chrono! Oh no, the arena stops him! Well, what did what did stop him? Oh, he was trapped in a creep! Oh, that's even worse. He was trapped in the creeps, and there it is. GG is called as NAVI. We've seen some strong showings from them so far, but this one, without a doubt, the strongest.